Justin, wake up. It's a podcast.
What are you doing in my house?
I'm here for the podcast.
What are we doing in my basement? Why are we podcasting right now?
I carried you down. I hooked up all the equipment. It took me half an hour.
Well, you should be used to doing all the work by now.
What can I say? I'm just a power horse over here.
Nick is the workhorse of the No Holds Barred podcast, which is his episode number 13.
13.
Holy crap.
We're up in space. We're going to have a problem halfway through the podcast.
And fucking Tom Hanks is right over there.
Tom Hanks is right over there. We have to get home.
We have to get home, Tom.
We have to get home.
Come on.
Failure is not an option.
You're the most likable actor in Hollywood. You have to get us home. So, enough of the Apollo 13 references. Let's get to the fucking podcast. We got a lot we're going to talk about on this podcast.
We got a few things.
Yeah, we do. We got the return of some of our most lovable segments. The one lovable segment that we do and the one that we just started on the last podcast. So, whatever. Nick has completely changed the person that he is, and I don't know who he is anymore. But you'll learn all about that too. There's some horny chicks who need money, and there's all kinds of other fun, good stuff coming up on episode 13 of the No Holds Barred podcast.
Should be fun.
Of course, as you know, before we get started, we have to we have to pimp the other shit that we do because, well, quite frankly, there's no promotion like self-promotion. Of course, check out the Last Fan Standing Wrestling podcast if you haven't checked that out yet. Last episode, of course, we had the Masked Tweeter on as a guest, which was a lot of fun. And we'll be bringing the next episode of Last Fan Standing. Will not be next week. It will actually be the week after because that will be 6 days ahead of WrestleMania or 5 days ahead of WrestleMania or something like that.
Sounds right.
Exactly. So it'll be the last one before WrestleMania. That will be our full-scale, full-blown, balls-out WrestleMania preview, which we hope to maybe have a guest or two on for that one as well. So it's No Holds Barred this week, and it's No Holds Barred next week, so it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Whole lot of us.
Yeah, a whole lot of us. And also, before we get started, we are very, very happy to welcome back the third member of our podcasting trio, which is really a duo, but is actually kind of a trio. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. You love him. He is Sheikie Baby.
Shut up! Shut the hell up!
I'm sorry. I had to spill the secret. Sheikie's back in full force.
He's over there. He's sipping on a beer. Why do you gotta bother him?
Because it's just like he takes time out of his day drinking beer and tweeting at Hulk Hogan to come on our podcast, and we love him very, very much.
Yeah.
So we're very happy to have Sheikie back with us. Full scale Sheikie soundboard, and oh yeah, exactly. So again, we got quite a bit that we're going to talk about here on this podcast. I'm going to kick things off by saying I'm tired as balls. Right. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm so tired I even forgot the beer. Fuck.
What are you doing?
You know what's coming. Listen up for the goodness. Sucking down some original style Molson Canadian.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. It's been in the fridge for a little while, so it might have a
tastes
little bit
a little rangy.
Well, a little bit,
like
but
it's been sitting.
It's been sitting for a little
collecting the
bit.
yeast at the bottom.
Which means the last half of this can of beer is going to be terrible. But the first little bit is going to be heavenly.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm tired as balls.
Why have you been tired?
Why have I been tired as balls, as the
Yes.
kids say? I've been getting a lot more hours at work. When I'm not podcasting and being a YouTube legend, I work in a bookstore. And I don't get many hours usually, but I've been starting to get more hours lately because our manager was sick, and now our manager's on vacation, and now another girl is sick. Another one of the girls is going to be going off on surgery soon. Another one of the girls, her fiance is having surgery. And one of the girls is off on maternity leave. So there's like 4 people right now that works in the place of the 8 employees that we have. And so I've been logging a lot of hours.
So you've been filling in for 4 people, basically.
Essentially, yes, because, and this is one of my moderate little gripes, and it's not even really a gripe, but like it kind of is. Whenever anything goes wrong down there, I'm the person that gets called. Right, like
so
like anybody.
You're the company bitch per se.
I'm kind of the company bitch, and it's kind of a gripe because I only get 2 shifts a week. They'll only volunteer to give me 2 shifts a week, but then when anything goes wrong, it's like, well, Justin, we need you to come in. There's nobody else. It's like, you know what? Give me some more shifts, then we'll talk. But you know, again, I love my job and I love the people that I work with. If there was one thing wrong with it, it would be that, I suppose. But yeah, by the end of this stretch, I will have worked 7 days out of 9, and that's just not something that I'm used to.
Right.
And like and again, I feel so ridiculous even complaining about it because like I say, I mean, I fully admit I don't exactly have a big boy job. You know what I mean? Like, just in terms of like the hours and the amount that I work and the amount that I get paid could be a reason why I still live with my fucking mother. But like, I only usually get 2 shifts a week. So, I mean, it's not exactly a big boy job. And so when I start complaining about like, oh my God, I had 3 shifts this week and my feet hurt so much. And I complain to somebody like you that works like pretty well full-time hours. I'm surprised you don't smack me. Like,
well, I know.
Yeah.
It's like you're not used to it.
Exactly.
I know you.
Exactly. Like you get it and you relate. But like if there's like 2 people that don't know me at least as well as you do and don't like know that I mean absolutely nothing by it, and it's just like but so like to strangers, it's just like they just look at me and just be like, you lazy fat fuck. You know, like, oh no, you had to work 3 shifts this week. Suck it up, princess. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, I know, but it hurts so bad. It really fucking hurts. So that's what's going on with me. I'm just working a lot more and
working a lot more.
Working a lot more this week, and then next week I'm sure it'll bounce me back down to 2 shifts a week and be like, hey, thanks for all that help.
Although a lot of people have been getting sick around town.
It's true. So who knows? Maybe I'll get sick.
Maybe you'll get sick.
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe. Do you want to get sick? I'm getting over something. So.
Fair enough. So we probably shouldn't have made out before we started this.
Probably not. But the website needed material.
Well, exactly. We've partnered up with CodysPorn.com, and that's actually so deep an inside joke that I may be the only one that ever listens to this that gets it.
I'll even get it.
Exactly. Well, exactly. You don't even fucking get it. If my buddy Tony Cormier listened to the podcast, he'd get it, but he don't fucking listen to it, and neither does anybody else that'll get it. So we'll just fucking move on.
Okay.
Just let that die a slow, painful death.
So yesterday was St. Patty's Day.
Yesterday.
What day?
What in the butt?
What?
Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. That's true.
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
And the day before that was the lead up to St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. Which people just called St. Patty's Day, even though it wasn't.
Which many bars actually did more on Saturday, which was the lead up to St. Patty's Day,
right,
than on Sunday.
Of course. It's the Lord's Day.
Of course.
Yeah.
Funny story.
All right, funny story time. Funny story from Nick.
I wish I would have took a picture of this.
Okay.
But I didn't get a chance. I was working at McDonald's doing the overnight shift, Saturday into Sunday morning.
Okay.
This was around 5 o'clock in the morning when the salad person comes in. They do the prep and everything.
I find it insanely comical that the salad person at fucking McDonald's comes in at 5 in the morning.
Why?
I don't know.
But
it's like you think McDonald's, you don't think salads. I know you have them, but
yeah,
you just
like they do the salad, they do the table prep for the day. They do burritos. They do like everything.
Would you like
else.
a burrito? Would you like a McGurrito?
So they come in. They go. Do you know there's a person sleeping outside? We go, no. So basically, we went out, and the back door of McDonald's. Like, there's two entrances. The front one that's closest to the registers, and then the back one.
Right.
Well, if you go out there, there's that cement thing that the freezer is sitting on.
Yes.
Well, there's a spot where you can sit on there.
Yes.
He's looks like he was sitting, and then just sprawled back, so his feet is hanging to the ground.
Oh my god!
And he's just laying there snoring. So I'm like, should I wake him up? Should I send him on his way? What? I'm going back to my security days here.
Yeah, exactly.
And I went in. I'm like, I don't even know a cab number, and the person in the front goes, well, are you going to pay for the cab? I'm like, fuck no.
Pay for the...
Why am I going to pay for a cab?
Why are you this drunk bastard chauffeur?
Yeah, I'm going to wake him up. I'm going to offer him a cab because if the cops come by, they're going to pick him up.
Yeah, really.
I'm trying to go... I'm going to try and be nice.
Yeah, believe it or not, you're actually trying to help the guy not go to the drunk tank.
Yeah. So the person in front goes, no. They called the cops on him. So, long story short, the cops showed up and slapped the handcuffs on him and took him to the drunk tank. One can only assume.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Jesus. That's really funny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was me.
I wish I could have got a picture of it. But I didn't.
Shit. I wish that should have been your first instinct. To be like, nobody do anything. I got to run in and go get my phone.
Next time I will.
Next time, fair enough. Next year at St. Patty's Day, you and I'll just walk around town at 4 a.m, completely sober, looking for drunk people passed out sleeping places, and we'll take pictures and we'll make it a collage, put it up on the web.
Be the best thing in the world.
It would be. It'd be pretty fucking good. So, in short, if you're sleepy on St. Patrick's Day, don't go to the front of McDonald's or the cops will get called on you.
Don't go anywhere except your home.
Go home.
Go home. Go to bed. I'm sure you have a nice comfy bed.
Exactly.
With a comforter and maybe a body pillow.
And knowing a lot of the men around this town, an underage girl. It just tends to happen.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And podcast derailed. No, yeah, fair enough. Shit, that was funny. Either that or you could have just hoofed the dude in the balls. That would have been funny too.
Could have. He
like,
was
wake up.
He was pretty much like Spread Eagle almost.
Big hole in the crotch of his jeans.
Cops come. Why is the guy cradling his balls on the ground? He fell.
Sparrow. I don't know how, but it happened. It was so awesome. You guys should have seen it. Well, speaking of idiots, I think it's probably time for us to maybe do the Craigslist segment. Slip the Craigslist segment in there. As you guys know from Craigslist. As you guys know from the last No Holds Barred podcast, we did not have the Craigslist segment.
Kind of disappointing.
Very disappointing because there was not nearly enough men pretending to be women looking to meet men that week, I guess, or those 2 weeks. There was like virtually no new ads. Well, man, did Craigslist ever step up this time? Clearly, they listened to us and they heard that we kind of cussed them out for having no new ads because there are no fewer than 7 really, really, really fucking funny ads that we're going to talk about for the got to be at least 5th or 6th now episode of the Craigslist segment. Yeah. Craigslist.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. Twitter.
Not today.
Not today, but we are gonna do the Twitter theme song at some point.
Hopefully.
So we've got seven ads here, and we'll get to probably most of them, if not all of them. We're going to start with, this is, of course, for the Craigslist segment, we'll mention again, we always look in the Women for Men section of the Halifax Craigslist, because that's where the funny shit happens. So the first one here is simply entitled, Horny Girl Needs Money.
Money.
She needs the muns. She ain't got the muns.
She ain't got the muns.
She's got the pussy, but she ain't got the muns. So she's like, why don't we do a trade? I'm 5'2" with black hair. This bitch loves her spaces too.
She does.
There's a space on both sides of each piece of punctuation. Okay. I'm 5'2", space, comma, space, with black hair, period, space, comma, space. Go back to English class. Nice eyes and big tits, space, comma, space. I love sex, space, comma, exclamation point, space. So message me, guys, space, comma, space. I'll be waiting. Waiting. It's not waiting. She meant to say waiting, but it's I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. She put an H on the end of it, so it's just like she's almost trying to sound black. Like I'll be waiting. But here's the fucked up thing about this. Okay, it's Horny Girl Needs Money, and this is supposedly a 19-year-old female, wink wink, from Halifax.
Right.
She mentions nothing in the ad about paying her.
No, she doesn't.
Not a damn thing. So it's just like, Horny Girl Needs Money, but apparently I'll have sex with you for free. Like it mentions nothing about. This is the worst escort ever. No professional escort in the world is going to be like, oh, you don't have to pay me.
Tried to. She can't. She
can't get the monies.
What the hell's going on? No monies.
No monies.
No
for
monies
her.
for you. You ain't be waiting.
Honey, you went in for nothing.
You went in for nothing.
All right, so we're gonna
do my finger snap for you. And
Nick just walloped his microphone. That was great. And on that note, we'll move on. The next ad is entitled Sugar, Honey, Hunney, Hunney. Honey. This is a 22-year-old girl, wink wink, from Dartmouth. And the ad starts with a smiley face.
Okay.
How can you hate that?
I guess if you give me a smiley face, at least I'll be a little bit
intrigued, right? Yeah. Exactly. She's got a fucking smile on her face. How bad can that be? I'm 22, a student, and looking for a bit of random fun.
Right, like paintballing.
Random fun. Paintballing, killing a homeless person, passing out in front of McDonald's. Just looking for some random fun.
Yeah.
Nothing serious. Well, that's you don't have to be serious to pass out in front of McDonald's.
No,
so
that's pretty. That's
you could be pretty casual and still do that.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants to drive through the Tim Hortons drive-through and ask for chicken.
I don't know. That's pretty.
That
serious.
was pretty. That's true. That was pretty serious. So nothing serious. Mabby, a little online fun.
Mabby?
No, sorry. Yeah. Mabby.
Who's Mabby?
I don't know who Mabby is, but Mabby wants a little online fun. Mabby.
Is Mabby your friend?
Mabby must be her friend. Look at this. You're getting 2 for 1.
Oh my God.
My nipples are pointy just thinking about it. So nothing serious. Mabby, a little online fun. Mabby, by the way, is spelled M-A-B-Y. But then right afterwards, she says, okay, well, first, it's fucked up on a couple of levels. First we'll say what she says. She says, Mabby, some panties for you. Mabby, some panties for you. My first question is this bitch Asian? Because that is the worst sentence syntax that I have ever heard. Maybe some panties for you?
Maybe some panties for you.
Maybe some panties for you. But then she misspelled Mabby. Not only did she misspell maybe with Mabby, she misspelled Mabby with Mabby. The first one, she puts 1 B into it. The second one, she puts 2 B's into it. I just want some consistency and some panties for me. Is that so much to ask, sugar honey?
I don't know. Maybe he
Mabby?
is trying. Mabby, Mabby is trying. She is trying to be cute.
Maybe.
$1 million.
Well, you know, Mabby, you're right.
Mabby.
We'll move on. We'll let Mabby be. Oh my god!
Oh, what is that?
I don't know what that is, but there's no way it's a woman. This is an ad.
That looks like the Terminator. Actually, no. RoboCop had like a twin brother, and he was spawned.
Who turned out to be a transvestite.
Turned into a transvestite and got spawned off of one of the alien creatures.
Yeah. I'm sorry. There is no way this is a female. This has to be a post-op. There is no way that this is not a tranny. There's no fucking way. I'm sorry. The ad we're looking at is entitled "Just Around ... a 27-year-old woman, wink wink, and this time I really mean wink wink, Dartmouth or Valley area." And
I'm sorry, but
sorry.
I
There's no goddamn way that this is a woman. And you know what? I've seen some ugly women, but there's no fucking way that is a woman. I'm sorry. Oh, let's at least take the time to read this tranny's ad.
I guess if we must.
I could be just about anything you want. Well, no shit. You're doing a great job of pretending to be a woman. I'll leave that up to you, though. Message me for number 4, fun, thanks, Sarah, around any time, day or night. NEONE around lonely, bored, BORD. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's start over. Let's start over. Okay, so we got a tranny's ad here.
Justin is getting his big boy reading
Oh,
glasses
man.
down and cocked.
I'm cocking them in place. Don't say cock when you're talking about this person's ad, because I guarantee you there's one in there. I could be letter B, just about anything you want. 4 exclamation points. And yes, you know what? That's the only part of this ad that I believe. Because clearly displaying your picture, you show, hey, look, I'm a man, but I can try to be a woman too.
Basically.
And you know what? So could I, but I don't. Because I know how that would end up. It would end up with something like this. I'll leave that up to you, though. Message me, number 4, fun. Ugh. Thanks, Sarah. Oh, yeah, I bet your fucking name is Sarah.
Yeah. Maybe on weekdays.
Maybe, yeah. No,
or weekends.
Weekends. On the weekdays, what's your name? Ricky. Around any time, day or night. So clearly you don't have a fucking job. NEONE. I don't know what the fuck.
NEONE.
NEONE.
Oh, Lua.
Lua, lua. Whoa, no, say it. Here comes a tranny. Dun, 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 dun. Anyone around lonely and bored? Bored, like the Borg? Like the Borg aboard?
Like
Borgia, Swedish chef. Borgia. Jesus.
Borgia.
Get at me, looking for that right guy to please. You know what?
No.
Let's move on to the ads by guys that are at least making an effort to pretend that they're, yeah, that's not a woman. Next one. Any pussy-licking sugar daddies out there? Okay, well, she gets right to the point.
Well, possibly.
Any pussy-licking sugar daddies out there? A 25-year-old girl, wink, wink, from the HRM. Hello.
Hi.
I'm looking for a sugar daddy who loves to lick. Lollipops?
Popsicles?
I like the popsicles.
I like the root beer popsicles.
Fish sticks?
Oh,
Do you like fish sticks in your mouth?
With custard.
Do you like fish sticks in your mouth?
I enjoy the fish sticks in my mouth.
Good job.
I enjoy the fish sticks with the tartar sauce. It makes my mouth all white.
uncomfortableness on the No Holds Barred podcast.
Oh, no.
All over the place.
Oh, no. Derailed.
I'm looking for a sugar daddy who loves to lick. I love 69ing. Good. And cold do it all day.
And cold do it all day?
Cole? No. You cold do it all. Cole Peach from Flatline MMA. She could do Cole all day.
She likes to 269 him and do it all day.
I think Cole's wife would have something to say about that. Or fiance or whatever Candace is. I want someone to take me out in dates. Well, no. Oh, hang on now.
Take you out in dates?
Hang on.
Lady, have you seen the size of a date?
Dates are, I know. What are you going to do? Sit on a date? It's going to crush all over your panties. Maddie.
No way. Maybe if we get the fairy from the friggin' like Cinderella, she can blow it up like a pumpkin.
But if not, you're going to be sitting on that date, and maybe it's going to get all over your pants.
Maybe.
I want someone to take me out in dates, travel, shopping, have a relationship.
Whoa,
you know what?
Whoa.
This is a whole lot of commitment for a pussy like a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
This is a lot of commitment, honey. And most importantly, who wants to lick my pussy till you can't rake it anymore.
Rake it?
That would be really painful. Show me a pussy, I'm going to rake it. That would hurt, sir.
I'm taking this too seriously. They told us to comb the desert. You found something? We ain't found shit.
And then there's a bunch of empty space, and then it says, "Are you the one?"
No.
I'll be the one. It was a bad Backstreet Boys song back in the day.
You know why I won't be the one?
I will not be.
She's asking for way too much.
She's asking for way too fucking much.
Way too much.
Look, I'm down for the poon licking, but I ain't down for this whole relationship thing from a sugar daddy. You know who gets in relationships with sugar daddies? Idiots get in relationships with sugar daddies. Because as soon as it becomes a relationship, he ain't a sugar daddy no more.
Truth.
Spitting truth on the No Holds Barred podcast. Are you the one? I am not the one to rake your pussy. Older gentleman preferred. This is a 34-year-old woman, wink wink, who doesn't say where she's from. Now, the picture is what really gets me on this. It's half a dozen daisies that look suspiciously like vaginas, but like small orange ones. Like I've heard of blue waffle. Maybe this is like orange waffle. I don't know.
I don't get it.
But like they're either suspiciously like vaginas or specifically suspiciously like anuses. I don't know. All I know is the third one from the left needs more water. Now,
that could be. Yeah, I don't know.
I would love to meet older, kind, friendly gentleman. Okay? To meet with a few times a month. Discretion assured. I am 34 years, 5'7". Okay? With long hair and extremely blue eyes. Not just blue eyes, extremely blue. They are so extremely blue they will melt your face if I look directly at you. So you can't look at me. I'm like Medusa. Just face melt.
Wouldn't that be red eyes?
Shut up. You're probably right.
I don't know what blue eyes would do to you.
Blue eyes would make you really cold, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's blue and it's cold.
Water,
or to make you really sad. Because then you'd be blue. Blue, da-boo-dee, da-boo-die, da-boo-dee, da-boo-die. All right. That's probably enough singing on this podcast, but let's not kid ourselves. It's probably going to happen again.
Probably.
Not looking for multiple men. Where the hell did that come from? Where did that... It went from, I would love to meet an older, kind, friendly gentleman to not looking for multiple men. That's kind of redundant, don't you think? You're looking for one guy. It kind of
is.
It's very redundant. Just a nice connection with someone.
She's setting her standards.
It's true.
But I mean, it's not really needed.
I don't think it was overly necessary.
Once you get one guy, take the ad off, and I mean, you get the guy.
Exactly.
Why keep it on and be like, I'm looking for more guys?
But I'm just gonna tell you specifically that I'm not. It's just like, oh my Jesus. What time are we running, sir? Let's check the time on the podcast. Holy crap, we're almost at a half hour.
Oh,
okay.
Kip.
So holy kid. So let's just do one more ad here. Does anyone like medicinal shrooms? This is not exactly the ad that I thought we were going to find.
Since you were asking.
This is a 30-year-old woman, wink wink, in the Halifax Regional Municipality. Really good for whatever ails you. Email and leave number. Do not send me pictures or ask me to hook up with you. I won't respond. But if you like magic, hit me up, peace. Hit me up, peace.
Peace.
Yo, hit me up, peace.
Yo. So,
peace.
She's, I don't get this ad.
So basically, she has medicinal shrooms apparently, and she would like to share. At that point, doesn't it become illegal shrooms? Is there such thing as medicinal shrooms? I don't think there are.
So she says to send an email and leave number.
Right.
But she doesn't want to hook up.
No, she just wants to share her shrooms.
She just wants to share. So does she hide them underneath a shrump?
What's a shrump?
It's a shroom and a stump combined.
That's the greatest invention ever. That's fucking fantastic. A shrump.
Yes. So
Rob Schneider is the shrump, rated PG-13.
So in all fairness, God, I can't even talk right now.
Jesus
crumb.
Jesus crumb.
So in all fairness, what
you're on the shrump right now, aren't you?
Probably. So what does she do? You email her, and she goes and buys one of those fake rocks that you put like a key underneath.
Yeah.
And she hides the shrooms or the medicinal whatever the fuck she calls it.
Right, exactly.
Which probably she finds in the woods and says, hey, these look good. And you play a game you play a game of hide and go seek in the woods looking for the rock with the shrooms underneath.
This sounds like a Slender Man horror movie to me. Find the key so you can get the shrooms, but as soon as you find the key, fucking Slender Man's chasing you. Yeah, this just seems to me like one of those things that's like, hey, come over, man, we'll just take it easy and we can have some shrooms and just kind of hang out. And all of a sudden you wake up in a motel room bathtub with your fucking kidney cut out.
Yeah. Or else you go over, shut the door. Woo! Cops.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, entrapment. That's the CraigsList segment for this week. Hooray!
Yay.
Keep those funny ads coming, you perverted fuckers, and we'll keep making fun of you.
Always.
Just
can't help it.
Exactly. So as I kind of foreshadowed towards something, yeah, my name's Justin, earlier in the show, Nick has had a couple of life changes recently.
I have.
You had the penile surgery. Now you're walking around with a little shrump, or why don't you just tell him what actually happened? I thought I was going somewhere.
I'm shaking my head at you, and yeah.
You fart in my general direction.
I fart in your general direction.
So tell us what's happened, champ.
Basically, long story short, last week I
want short story long.
Short story long. Well, we're going to be here half the night.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
So I've joined. Good job, sir. I've joined karate.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, and I mean it's a fun time. I really like it. A lot of good people in it, and yeah, I've only really gone twice. I would have gone tonight, but it's podcast and I'm still getting over something.
Right.
Which you could probably hear in my voice.
A little bit, yeah.
So, I didn't want her, and my equilibrium is a little bit fucked up still. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so it's a lot of balance and a lot of concentration.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's very good. This is this the same style of karate that Richard took for?
Yes.
Uechi-Ryu? Is that how you pronounce
Uechi-Ryu.
it?
Yeah.
Uechi-Ryu, okay.
Yeah.
He's sounds like a wedgie.
He's actually back into it.
Ew. Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Is he teaching or is he?
No, not yet.
Okay.
He's basically he started going actually a week before I started going.
Okay.
Like I was over one day and he was like, I have this long until Deanna gets off work, and then I'm going to karate at 6:30. You want to come? I'm like, sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And we talking on the way over. I'm like, I have way too much fucking time on my hands. Why not do something with it?
Well, fucking fair enough.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
right on.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
having a blast.
Just a once a week.
Actually, it's if I wanted to, it would be 3 times a week.
Cool.
But the beginner classes, beginners,
right,
is Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Which we might have to move Last Man Standing to Wednesday.
Yes, that's right. That wouldn't be a problem. Cool.
If anybody has a problem with that,
we got 2 words for you.
We got 2 words for
you. Uechi-Ryu. Although I suppose it's 1 word hyphenated, but whatever. That's very cool, sir. It's good that at 29.
29, yeah.
It's good. It's cool that at 29 you get yourself into that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're not 30 yet, and yeah. So I mean, if you got the time to invest in it, absolutely.
And it's just nice because I see somebody that's 40. He was 45.
Oh wow!
And he just joined a year before.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's got more experience than me, but
right.
I mean, he's still learning. He's still moving up.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not a little. Although there is little kids in the program, I mean, there's still like older adults that aren't like black belts.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's you're grouped basically by skill level rather than by age.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Good on you, sir.
Excellent.
You had another little piece of news that came up there as well. So why don't you hit us with this too? And this is this one's extra special.
This got tweeted on. It was on Facebook. I had an adventure.
You had an adventure,
which was last Saturday, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
I got invited down to the Tavern or the Lounge, as some people call it, Little Vegas.
Topsails.
Topsails.
By the way, my friend Brittany just called us poos. Poos, because I'm not talking to her because we're doing a podcast. But I just happened to look down and see you guys are poos.
So,
is there poo involved in the Tavern story?
No.
Shit.
Which is also poo.
Which is also poo.
So basically, I got invited down from friends from work. So I'm like, okay, I have never been to the Tavern before.
Right.
Never been in it. I don't know what to expect. I'm going to go down early.
Right. Absolutely.
Because why not? You mean you go down early, there's absolutely almost nobody in there.
You want to beat the hillbilly rush.
Want to beat the hillbilly rush. Want to see what it's all about. I mean, and everything. Go down, walk in. Non-pressed.
Ding 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 ding.
Kind of. There were basically 6 people in the whole thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll give this a chance. Walk around. Go up to the bar. Ordered a spiced rum and coke.
Okay.
Pretty standard drink, if you ask me.
Pretty fucking easy drink to make.
Pretty easy friggin' standard drink to have.
Exactly.
No spiced rum.
Okay. This is a bar.
This
right?
is a bar.
Okay.
No spiced rum.
Okay.
Okay. Regular rum and Coke. Regular white Captain Morgan and Coke. Got it? Okay. Didn't taste anything like Captain Morgan.
No.
Man, I know my Captain Morgan.
I was gonna.
This was no Captain Morgan.
You've consumed enough in your life to have developed the palate that you know what's Captain Morgan and what is not.
Yeah. So then I walk around and I'm looking at the DJ booth, looking at their speaker systems. Because if you know anything about me, I spent pretty much 2 years working with my friend's band in the city, doing lighting and sound. So I'm like, okay, this is your way to make up for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
This is your way to prove to me that, this place is going to get any more of my business.
Right. Let's bear in mind and let's let the people know the Tavern is one of 2 bars really left in the town that have dancing, that have the ability to have dancing, right? Because
there's only one.
No, because the River Pub does as well.
River Pub has dancing?
Yeah, they move all the tables and stuff away, and so they have done it before.
Okay.
So it's basically like the River Pub and the Tavern now. So and they're across the street from each other because location. Anyways, sorry, go ahead.
So sound guy gets there. He puts on some generic music. Go okay. No, this was more of a country.
Okay.
Yeah. I go okay.
My dog done died, and my wife done left me, and my truck got stuck, and my red Solo cup. All right, go ahead.
I go okay. At least he's playing music, which is good.
Right.
He's not having any trouble.
But right now we're trending at about a 3.5 out of 10. Not trending very well.
Not trending very well. Although he did not dial in the sound at all. It was flat. It was... All I can say is it was flat.
Right.
You know this type of songs where you get the kind of like...
Yeah.
There's no like... in the song at all. That's kind of how it was. So I'm like, okay, that's it. I fucking had enough. I'm going over to the Riverside Pub. I'm going over and having some fish and chips. So I go over. I'm like enjoying my fish and chips, enjoying a beer, which I had over there because it was delicious.
Yeah.
Go, okay, well, maybe I was a little bit too rough.
Okay.
Maybe I said a little bit too many harsh things on Facebook about them. I should give them another try.
Okay.
So I went over, and by this time it was picked up.
Right.
There were people in, there were people dancing on the dance floor. The music was turned up. And it's like, okay, going over to the bar. What you have? Have a rum runner, please.
Don't you?
A what?
Don't you dare tell me they either didn't know what a rum runner was or fucked it up royal. The rum runner as a drink has such a special place in both of our hearts.
They didn't know what it was. So I had to explain to the girl. And then after she makes it, what does she do? Puts the drink up to her nose and smells it. Because she wants to know what it smells like.
That was me hitting my head on the microphone. How fucking unprofessional do you have to be like, can I just... I'm going to make this drink that I've never... A simple fucking cocktail that I've never heard of before. And I'm going to That smells good. You could have fucking told her what it smelled like.
Yeah.
It's like, it smells like Dr. Pepper. Have you ever drank Dr. Pepper? That's what it fucking smells like.
That's what it is. It's Dr. Pepper mixed drink. There you go. Have a nice day.
It's Dr. Pepper for big boys. That's what it is.
So basically, long story short, the music was turned up. It still sucked. It was still flat. Transition into songs, there was no transition. The pick of which songs were going to come next, I don't know if he was closing his eyes and pointing down at a chart and just like, 14 is next. But, yeah.
Oh my God. Like, you're running a bar that is still like is like the bar that still caters to the younger crowd, really. But at that rate, they won't be. At that rate, they'll all go over to the River Pub.
Oh, people love it there. I don't know why they love it
because they don't know any better.
I guess
they don't know any better except for like the one time a year they go party in the city and they get so drunk that they forget about it.
I guess.
And then they come back and it's like, oh, the Tavern's so great. It's like, no, the Tavern fucking blows. Like the lounge in its prime was better than the fucking Tavern. Because the lounge in its prime, you at least had, music that worked and the waitresses knew fucking drinks and like it was actually a good bar.
Yeah.
But now the Tavern doesn't have any fucking competition anymore, and the Tavern got lazy from all those years of serving the same people because it was the older crowd that you knew what they wanted.
Right.
And now that you've got a younger crowd come in, now they've got no fucking place to go. They don't know what to do, I guess.
We gotta open a bar.
We should open a fucking bar.
That's the only way I see around it. We gotta open up a bar.
No holds bar. BAR apostrophe D. No holds barred.
There you go.
I love it. I think it's a fucking great idea. I think we should buy the Zellers right out from under whoever the other buyers that they already have are. We should buy that big Zellers. We're going to turn that into a giant fucking honking bar.
There you go. You with your bookstore money and me with my McDonald's money.
There you go. Bookstore money, McDonald's money, and YouTube money. We built this city on rock and roll. Jesus. I think it's a great idea, but that's just fucking sad.
Your credit cards.
My credit cards. Hey, fucking, it's no problem. That's what bankruptcy's for, sir. What are we at? Holy cow, we're at 47 minutes, champ.
Holy crap.
Let's see. So we got Sheik came back. We had work hours and call-ins, the Tavern trip with Facebook.
Eastlink versus Bell.
Yeah, Eastlink versus Bell. We'll get into this very, very quickly. Bell-Aliant, who is one of the major all-in sort of providers in Nova Scotia. Like by all-in, we're talking about like TV, phone, and internet. And they've gotten real aggressive in the last little while because they have the new thing, which is the fiber op, which is like the fiber op cables as opposed to like a shared kind of connection, which is basically what Eastlink uses.
Right.
And they've been getting really aggressive in recruiting new customers. And this lady's been over to our house a couple of times now and offered us a really good deal. All of their whole bundle packages, like the phone, TV, and really good internet. They're offering all of their packages for the same price, which was $99.95 for 6 months with a $300 Visa gift card.
That's good.
Or $99.95 with no gift card for 12 months.
So either way, you're winning.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. So basically, I looked at it and it's just like the only thing that really matters to me is the internet. To be perfectly honest, I just get the regular TV channels in my room and that's all I need.
Right.
And I barely ever use the home phone. So really, the internet, and with Mom, it's vice versa. Like she never uses the internet.
Right.
So the internet is the huge thing for me. And I look, and like Bell's fiber op internet just rapes Eastlink. Like it's
for sure,
so much better,
hands down.
It's so much better, and it's dedicated. You know, like it's you're the only one that uses your line, whereas with Eastlink you use a shared connection, and there's no data caps or anything because it's your own line.
Right.
So they just absolutely destroy. But unfortunately, I have this genetic thing in my family which is called loyalty. So I mean, like we have, and I will stay loyal to a company that I've been with for a while, even if I know I can get better service from another company. So what Mom did was she called Eastlink today and was like, "Look, Bell has been around, and Bell has offered us this package." She outlined exactly what the package was.
Right.
And she's like, "I want to give you guys a chance to price match them." And it was clear from the way the conversation went that Eastlink is losing customers by the bucket load to
really?
Bell. Oh, they have to be. Because Eastlink would have been willing to let me piss in the manager's gas tank if it would have meant keeping us as a customer. Because they have to be losing customers in the freight center. Right. Because Bell's offering you something amazing.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
I mean, their service is hands down the best.
Exactly.
I mean, Dad has it down the house.
Right.
And, I mean, the internet speeds are just phenomenal.
Exactly.
The TV is excellent. The phone is excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really had any real problems with it.
No, fair enough. So basically, the Eastlink rep gets one of their supervisors on the phone, and the first thing the supervisor said to Mum was, she was just like, "You do not understand how much I appreciate you giving us the chance to match the offer for you." Because so clearly what that means is people aren't doing that. People are just taking Bell's offer and switching.
Right.
So like she was like, "I can't tell you how much I appreciate you giving us the chance to do this."
And another agent came on the line. He's like, "Sucky, $5."
Exactly, pretty much. It was just like, "Here's the gas tank. Why don't you piss in it?" So basically, by the end of the call, what ended up happening was Eastlink did end up with absolutely no pushback or resistance whatsoever. Ended up matching Bell's offer.
Really?
Yes. So for the Eastlink package that we have, which is only the basic package, like I mean, my internet speeds are only like 20/2. Like I mean, they're basic. Right. And with just sort of the TV options that we have and the telephone options that we have, there's a fly that's flying around my laptop and it's annoying. But for that we pay about $130 some a month before tax.
Okay.
Which is their lowest scale bundle. But now they're going to be giving us that bundle for a year for the $99.95. And Mom made the decision to stick with Eastlink because it's like, you know what, they have been good to us, even though we full on admit that Bell has the superior product.
Right.
They've been good to us, and we've been customers of theirs for a long time. So we're like, we gave them the chance to price match, and they did it without hesitation. So we're like,
that's
you
nice
know what?
of them. And that's nice of you guys.
Yeah. Well, exactly. It's just like, you know, we at least want to give them the chance to do that. So they ended up doing that, so I think we're going to end up sticking with Eastlink. But to be perfectly honest, to anybody out there who happens to be listening to this in Nova Scotia, if you have Eastlink and you don't have the kind of company loyalty that we have, take Bell's deal, because Bell's deal is excellent. Like, I mean, Bell was willing to give us, for a year, for only $100 before tax, was willing to give us 50/30 internet, whole home PVR, HBO and a bunch of stuff for free for a year.
Buddy, I know.
Like,
I got it.
I
know.
Exactly. And they were going to give us that for a year for $100 a month. That's totally insane.
It's insane.
So take that deal, anybody. But, you know, we were just like, you know what? Let's be loyal to the company that we've been with for a while. So we ended up sticking with Eastlink, but for those of you, again, that are not don't feel like you have to be loyal to any company, fucking take Bell's deal, because that's great.
Yes, take Bell's deal. So, to end off the show, let's move into a segment, Stupid Recent News.
Yes, the second ever Stupid Recent News.
Okay. First news story we have reads, library book returned 69 years too late.
69.
69.
So what happened here, Nick?
This says, okay, a man apologized for returning a book 69 years too late and blamed confusion from World War II bombing attacks.
This happened in Estonia, by the way, which if you don't know where Estonia is, it's one of the, I think it's the Scandinavian states, like it's up by Finland and Sweden,
it's
up there.
It's up near Finland.
Yeah, exactly.
Estonia.
So this happened in fucking Estonia, and this guy brings his book back 69 years overdue, which reminds me of the Seinfeld episode when that library cop Bookman said that Jerry had that book Tropic of Cancer out for 25 years or something like that. So he's 69 years late and blamed confusion from World War II bombing attacks. That is a lot of confusion. 69 years.
How can you be confused about that shit?
I can understand being confused for bombings that happened within like the last month. You know what I mean? This is fucking 69 years after this happened. This is insane. The Tallinn Central Library said on its Facebook page, the man who was born in 1928 borrowed the book March 7th, 1944, 2 days before a Russian air raid in the city killed hundreds of people and left tens of thousands homeless. The book, a selection of writings from Estonian scribe Edward Wild, was returned Tuesday exactly 69 years after it was borrowed.
So it had nothing to do with the bombings of World War II.
Well, no, because the bombing actually happened in Estonia.
Oh,
the Russians bombed Estonia.
Right.
So this guy was like, "Well, I didn't know. Well, the Russians bombed our country. I didn't know I had to return my library book." Like, that's the same way as saying like, I got a traffic ticket, so I didn't know I had to pay my taxes. Like, it makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense at all. 69 years, this dude was confused about these bombings that happened and whether or not he had to return his library book. That's just dumb.
You people. You make my head hurt.
This one kind of relates to a story that we talked about earlier. This one is entitled, Drunk Man Went to Bed in Wrong House. This is from Gavleborg, Sweden. What is up with the fucking Scandinavians? These people are weird.
They some weird people.
Swedish police said a drunken 20-year-old apparently wandered into the wrong house and crawled into bed with a 70-year-old man. I got some popsicles for you in my basement.
Oh,
exactly.
boy.
Gavleborg police said the elderly man woke up around 3:30 a.m. to discover the young man sleeping next to him in bed in his NARP home. What the fuck kind of name is NARP?
NARP home.
Jeez. He got a bit of shock. He'd been sleeping with earplugs as it was quite noisy in the area.
I'm sure it was.
Please?
It's quite noisy because you have people breaking into your house trying to sleep with you.
Exactly. It's noisy.
Take out the earplugs, man. Maybe you fucking know.
Exactly. It was noisy because there was a dude in fucking bed with you. How do you not feel someone get into bed with you?
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Maybe you take sleeping pills.
But even with earplugs in, man, how do you not hear that? I don't know.
I don't know. Let me try it at night.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll see.
I'll slip into bed and just be like... Police arrived and awoke the 20-year-old who officers said was apologetic. The man explained his house was less than a mile away and he must have simply entered the wrong house in his intoxicated state. We let him walk home and sober up in the fresh morning air. What if this was a guy Oh my goodness. Like, it's just like,
So-
oh, it's okay. We're just going to let you walk home after you broke into this guy's house and got in bed with him.
This would never happen around here.
No, exactly. That guy would be on the news. Like, that guy would be in jail awaiting fucking trial.
Oh my God.
But, I guess the Swedes are a little more tolerant
Go
to...
let you walk home and sober up so you can go into another house that's not yours and crawl into a 16-year-old girl's bed.
Yeah, exactly. Little fucking teen pregnancy. Hang on. This is what gets me. I'm guessing that he found his way home. The cops didn't even make sure that this drunken kid actually made it back to his house. They're just like, I guess he made it home. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Why? Why, police? Why?
What? Okay.
Yeah, I want you to read this one because you like this one. This is the last article that we're going to do today, and then
This
we're
is the
going
last
to
one.
wrap up the podcast.
World's smallest book printed in Japan.
I want you to think about this, people. World's smallest book.
So apparently, a Japanese printing company said it's created what is believed to be the world's smallest book with pages measuring only 0.03 inches each direction.
Right. So
That
3/100ths of an inch.
you can't
tall.
read that.
No, you definitely cannot read that. But it's apparently not intended to be read, as you'll tell as Nick reads
Copen
on.
Printing said the book, which contains names and illustrations of flowers, cannot be read, no shit, with the naked eye. It is being sold with a magnifying glass, well, thank you, and a larger copy of the book for $305 of Play-Doh money.
Fucking Monopoly money or
And
something.
the Daily Telegraph newspaper reported Wednesday. Well,
Okay, so think about how fucking retarded this is. You're charging people $305 for a teeny tiny book, a magnifying glass, and a larger copy of the teeny tiny book so you can actually read it. For $305. Why would you not just buy the big copy of the book?
yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever.
And this ties into Japanese culture being, in a lot of ways, more materialistic than Americans.
I mean, how do we know that the teeny tiny book is exactly like the regular size book?
Exactly. That the teeny tiny book could have teeny tiny pictures of teeny tiny underage girls. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. It might be too tiny for the teeny tiny magnifying glass that you get to look at the teeny tiny book.
Wouldn't that be screwed up? They sold you the magnifying glass, and you're like, you can't even see anything with the magnifying glass? That'd be fucked up,
That
sir.
would be pretty fucked up.
Jeez.
$305.
$305.
Fucking drain.
Welcome to capitalism. Topon said it has applied to Guinness World Records, who currently lists the world's smallest book as a 30-page Russian book called Chameleon. And in a related story, why the fuck would you ever do that? How is that any better than when Randy Marsh on South Park wanted the Guinness World Record for the biggest poop? How is that any different?
That's no difference.
Biggest poop, world's smallest book.
It's all dumb.
Exactly. It is all stupid. But we're not stupid.
God, no.
And our podcast isn't stupid. Shut up.
No.
Shut up. We're trying to sell the people here. But the podcast is, in fact, done for another week.
Absolutely.
So we're going to be back next week with another episode of the No Holds Barred podcast. If at all possible, we might try to be getting a guest on. That'd be very nice. So we're going to give that a crack for you. But if not, it'll just be these two cracks on here for you one more time. This was episode number 13 of the No Holds Barred podcast. YouTube.com/user/NoHoldsBarredPodcast. Twitter.com/NHB_podcast. On Skype, NHB.podcast. Call in anytime, day or night, and we probably won't answer.
I forgot to turn it on.
Well, fair enough. iTunes, the No Holds Barred Podcast, or noholdsbarredpodcast@gmail.com. Have a nice day.
Pretty much, if you go to the website, noholdsbarred.net63.net,
Exactly.
up at the top, you will see our banner with a whole bunch of buttons to YouTube, iTunes, and everything. If you click those buttons, they will take you.
They'll take you where you need to go.
Those buttons are live.
Rock on. So it was. What is it? Just tell them one more time. It's noholdsbarred.
noholdsbarred.net63.net.
noholdsbarred.net63.net. Get on there. Of course, Monday, April 1st, iwxshow.com. Check out the debut episode of The Masked Tweeter and Professor Big Daddy, because that's going to be great as well. We had Masked Tweeter on for the last episode of Last Fan Standing. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode number 13 of the No Holds Barred podcast. Does Nick have anything left to say?
No, not really, but...
Does Sheikie? Sheikie, do you have anything you want to say? Oh, fuck, he passed out in front of McDonald's.
God damn it, wake up.
No.
Wake up. You're wanted. What? God damn it, come over here.
Maybe.
Okay.
Sheikie's putting up a fight this evening.
You punk piece of garbage.
Okay, then fucking kill
All right, that's it. That's all for Sheikie. That's all for us. Episode 13, No Holds Barred podcast. We will see you next week.
Later, everybody.